Hello children, in this video I am going to discuss another short composition which is there in your syllabus, that is invitations and reply. Alright, so I am going to cover all important points that are supposed to be learnt about these compositions. So let's begin. See, invitations, of course, you must be understanding an invitation is a form of written request which is given to anybody, it may be your relative, it may be a person concerned, okay, to attend a specific occasion or celebration or program or event. Okay, like personal invitations are given for any celebrations or any occasion that you have at your family, some family function or something like that. But if you have any formal program in your school, in your institution, for that also invitations are given. They are there, they are a kind of request which we are making to the person concerned to attend the program or event. Okay, again, as it is a short composition, marks allotted are 4. Format has 1 mark, content again 2 marks, and accuracy of spelling and grammar 1 mark. Okay, now here see, notice is like one type of only, because that is a formal composition only. Okay, we use notice only for formal purpose. लेकिन यहाँ जो invitation होता है, it has 2 types. One is formal, another is informal. Okay, like formal invitation, it is to be written in third person. All right, please understand, it has to be written in the third person when we are talking about formal invitation, because the tone is supposed to be formal. Details like address, code, or any other instructions are written at the bottom to the left or the right side as per choice. Subject matter is generally written in the center. No abbreviations are used. Simple present tense is used. Word limit is 50. Each entry to be mentioned in a separate line, है ना, जैसे the name of person or persons who is or are inviting, so 1 line for that. Then formal expressions like request the pleasure of your company in another line, time and date in next line. Then purpose and occasion of invitation or full form of RSVP is this, but you are not supposed to mention that, you will just mention RSVP. Okay, for RSVP, address and telephone number is given at which the invitee may contact for any queries. And then, of course, name of the chief guest of the program can also be given depending on the question. Alright, now as I told you that invitations are of 2 types, formal and informal. Formal invitations are used, of course, for 2 purposes. One is to individual. You have to give it to one person only. So if you have to invite one person through formal invitation, you always do it with the help of a letter. It is in the format of a letter. But if you have to invite for a formal occasion, you have to invite people formally, then, and especially a large audience, then we always get cards printed. ठीक है ना, वो देखा होगा आपने. Then again, in the informal, to the individual, of course, we always do it through the letter. All right, so but we do not have cards printed for informal invitation. Informal invitation is always in the form of letter. Formal invitation can be in 2 ways, either in the form of letter if we are inviting one person, or if we are inviting the masses, for that the cards have to be printed, so it has to be in the form of a card. चलिए, ओके, नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट फॉर्मल इन्विटेशन. अब हम उसकी बात करते हैं. सबसे पहले यू शुड नो द लेटर फॉर्मेट. हाँ, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट लेटर फॉर्मेट इन द बिगिनिंग. रिटन टू एन इंडिविजुअल लेटर, मैंने आपको बताया कि आप अगर एक पर्सन के लिए फॉर्मल इन्विटेशन लिख रहे हैं तो आप उसको लेटर फॉर्मेट में लिखते हैं. एक जने के लिए है. So how the format is supposed to be? First of all, like the letter only. First, sender's address is supposed to be written. In the sender's address, you will mention like ABC, Vasant Kunj, Delhi, pin code. Okay? Then next line, date in proper format. After that, salutation has to be used like sir or madam, whatever. And then body in 3 paragraphs, and then subscription, the way it is used in formal letter. Okay? But if it is to be given to the masses, so it has to be printed as card. तो उसमें क्या क्या डिटेल्स होती हैं? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, रिटन टू ग्रुप ऑफ इंडिविजुअल्स, it has to be inside a box, so the box has to be drawn. Please understand, the box is mandatory for you to draw. So you can understand this by this fact that short compositions have to be put in the box. Just remember that. Okay. uh, Now after that, name of the institution first, of course, in one line, then request your presence, then occasion has to be mentioned, date, time, venue. These are the details. All right. And then any extra information that you have, means you are mentioning any chief guest or guest of honor, the way it has been said here, Mr. Anish Gupta, CEO, has given his consent to be the guest of honor. Then RSVP includes the details of that person who should be contacted in case some query is there. Like here it is given Hemant Ahuja, secretary, ABC Vidyalaya, phone number, this. Clear? Now let me give you an example also. For example, you have this question. You are a student of Sardar Patel Vidyalaya, Lodi Road. The school is holding its annual food fest at 11 a.m. on 10 July 2023. The chief minister has consented to be the chief guest. Design an invitation card to be sent to the parents. Okay, word limit 50. So see how it is supposed to be drawn. The principal, staff and students of, next line, name of institution with address. Next line, request the pleasure of your company for annual food fest on Sunday 10 July 2023 at 11 a.m. in the school auditorium. And then extra information, as it is given in the question also, Honorable Chief Minister has very kindly consented to be the chief guest. In case this extra information is not given in the question, you can always invent it. Okay, you can write it on your own. Now on the left, RSVP is supposed to be given, like admin office, and then phone number is there. Now if there any special instruction that you want to mention, like on the right hand side, special instruction, card is valid for 2 guests, no entry fee, something like that, you can mention that too. It shows your good understanding of how invitations are given through cards. All right. Now let's have a look at the formal invitation to preside over or inaugurate or judge events. Okay, sometimes you may have to, and of course, if you are asking somebody to preside over the function, that should be one person only. You are calling a judge, that should be one person only. And I told you, when you have to invite somebody formally, means somebody means one person only. For that, you always use letter format. Okay, format of letter. For example, you are Neha or Nakul, the literary secretary of Government Model School. You have to organize an inter-school debate competition on this date. You wish to invite Mr. Shailesh Gupta, an eminent speaker, to preside over the function. ठीक है? तो how will you write the formal invitation? सबसे पहले आप school का नाम लिखेंगे, then you will give the address, and then this date. I am sorry, why is it that this date has to come in the next line, okay, in the left hand side. Please mention it in the next line in the left hand side, and then give the subject, invitation to preside over inter-school debate competition. And then in a very brief and concise way, you are supposed to provide all the information, like the literary society of our school is organizing an inter-school an English debate competition on the topic, any topic, media causes more harm than good, on 21 January 2024 at 9:30 a.m. in the school auditorium. Kindly consent to preside over in the above said program. And then yours sincerely and Neha. Okay, so the information that has been given in the question, for example, the person who is inviting, like Neha, it is given in the question, so the same name has to be used. Name of the school is given, the same name should be used. All right, I hope it is clear to you. Now let's talk about replies. And when we reply to an invitation, there are two situations: either we accept it or we refuse it. All right, so for acceptance and refusal, of course, the marking scheme is going to be the same only. Format is going to be the same way. Composition carries 4 marks, 1 mark for format, 2 for content, and 1 for grammar and spellings. Okay, so this is same for all short compositions. But the things that you need to remember, right now I am talking about replies especially. Acknowledge the invitation. You should always acknowledge the invitation. You should thank the person for inviting you for that event or occasion, whatever it is. Then be brief and specific. Express in third person. Formal things, formal compositions are to be written in the third person only, children, not to be signed at the end. You are not supposed to sign a reply. When you are writing a reply, आपको नीचे कोई subscription नहीं लिखना है उसमें, yours sincerely or something like that. Okay, if accepting, confirm the date and time. If you are refusing, then please specify a reason why are you doing that and convey your best wishes. Give date and address at top left hand side. Use simple language, and word limit again is 50 words. Okay, let's have a look at an example of formal acceptance. ठीक है, हम accept कर रहे हैं. Example is there. You are Mr. Ajay Gupta of 7 Park Avenue, Delhi. Draft a reply accepting an invitation to attend a housewarming party hosted by your colleague. Okay, so on the left hand side, address is written, then date comes, and then just these lines, formal lines. Mrs. and Mr. Ajay Gupta thank Mrs. and Mr. Satish Sharma for their kind invitation on the housewarming party on 20 January 2023 at such and such time, 11 a.m., which they are delighted to accept. It's their great pleasure to attend the ceremony. So please understand, when you are accepting the invitation, so you need to mention, you need to confirm the date and time. All right. Now let's have a look at formal refusal. If you have to refuse, again the same thing. You are Mr. Ajay Gupta of 7 and draft a reply refusal expressing inability to attend a housewarming party. Correct. So here, in what way you are going to write it? Like 20 January 2023 date you have written. In the next line you will write the address. And then you will say, Mrs. and Mr. Ajay Gupta thank Mrs. and Mr. Satish Sharma for their kind invitation for housewarming party on 30th January at 11 a.m. but regret their inability to accept the same due to urgent and unavoidable assignment. That's it. Okay, so you need to specify the reason of not attending the event. Now, what all we talked about till now was formal invitation and formal reply, correct? Now, let's talk about informal invitation. Informal invitation follows the ordinary personal letter pattern. Okay, they can be, of course, invitations also, replies also, and especially informal invitations as well as replies are used to relatives, friends, or known people, acquaintances. Okay, so points to remember, of course, use first person I, we, and you, and avoid using third person he, she, they. Do not write subject and receiver's address. Write in warm and personalized style with relaxed and informal tone. Avoid writing unnecessary details. Begin with dear and then name, and word limit again is 50. Okay, let's see an example. You are Anuj or Anuja Goyal of 23 Yojna Vihar, Delhi. Write an invitation to invite all your friends for the party. You are going to celebrate your selection in BTech in DTU. Okay, so address is given, 23 Yojna Vihar, Delhi. Then date is given. Then in the next line it has to be in the next line, my dear Rahul, I have much pleasure in inviting you to post-selection party after my admission in DTU. Reach my residence at 7:30 p.m. on 16 January to join my family and friends in my moment of joy. Then yours truly and Anuj. First name only. Okay. Now let's take another example. Again, informal invitation. This time you are inviting your friend for your brother's engagement. Okay, it is your brother's engagement. Invite your friend. So first sender's address, then date, then dear Sahil, name of your friend. My brother Anuj is getting married to Miss Shalini. We are celebrating their engagement party on 23rd August 2023. Grand celebration, New Delhi from 8 p.m. Grand celebration must be the name of the banquet. Okay. It would be an honor if you could join us in celebrating their marriage. I have enclosed one ticket from Jaipur to New Delhi as my gift. Okay, so this is how you can write an informal invitation. Now let's talk about the reply, an informal reply. You are Rahul and have been invited to the selection party of your friend Anuj. Write a reply accepting, okay, accepting the invitation. So address, then date, then dear Anuj, many thanks for inviting me to attend your post selection party which will be held on 9 January whatever at your home. I told you you need to confirm the date, right? I shall be highly delighted to attend the same and will enjoy this party with great fun. Okay, this is what you are, this is how you are supposed to. But in case you are refusing, so informal refusal has to be like, you are Rahul and you have been invited to the selection party of your friend. Write a reply regretting your inability to attend the same, then sender's address, date, dear Anuj, many thanks for inviting me to attend your post selection party, but I am sorry to say that I shall not be able to attend the same as I shall be out of station next week. I shall miss this joyous occasion. I wish you all the best for the future. God bless you, yours truly, and then write your name. Alright, so I hope these invitations and replies are clear to you. That's all for today. Bye bye.